Hey forum, my name is Manny, aka CascadeScents. Welcome to another video. In case you've never been here before, I'm a longtime fragrance enthusiast in general and on YouTube. And if you enjoy fragrance already, or if you're looking to learn more about it and or have some fun with it, this might be the channel for you. Today we're going to look at some celebrities and their fragrances on the hit series GQ 10 Things I Can't Live Without. We have a lot to get through here, so without further ado, here we go.
This is Creed Green Irish Tweed. I like the way it smells. I don't know a whole lot about perfumes, but...
If you don't already know who this is already, this is platinum selling recording artist Charlie Puth, and in his hands is the beloved Green Irish Tweed. And yeah, for a man who doesn't know much about perfumes, he knows that this stuff smells good, so fair play to him. The story of the scent is that it's inspired by the Irish countryside, so to capture that kind of vibe, you have notes of lemon verbena, peppermint, giving you this minty, fresh, grass-cut, watery, aquatic kind of vibe. Very uplifting stuff. I do miss this bottle. It is one that I used to own. I think what really got me with it is that I was tired of people mistaking it for another very famous scent, and that's Cool Water by Davidoff, which is a scent that came out after this, which again was made as a dupe and or a more budget-friendly version of this, but of course it doesn't nearly beat the real thing or come close to it.
I first discovered that this was my scent at the Gramercy Park Hotel, where they had a store nearby. And kind of just on a whim, I was just walking around New York in like September. So I just think of September in New York every time I spray it.
And again here, what I like about Charlie's pick in Green Irish Tweed is that despite his lack of knowledge with perfumes, he is actually doing something that I believe you should do with a fragrance anyway, and that's develop a memory or a really strong one tied to it. And being not too far from Gramercy Park in New York in September, I think is a pretty cool one.
All right, next up on the essential list. Actually, wow, I can't tell you the name of it, because if I tell you the name of it, then everybody else is going to have it.
Now, in case you don't know who this is gold-selling recording artist Kyle, or Super Duper Kyle, and he doesn't want to give away the scent in his hands, but I will. And to be honest, it's actually the reflection that gave it away, despite how censored it is on the actual bottle. This is Another 13 by Labo, actually one of my favorite scents.
If you don't smell good, ain't nobody going to talk to you. Nobody talks to you. You're going to have a very meaningless day. Definitely cologne is top priority.
And since Kyle really doesn't want to dive in too deep about the scent whatsoever, I guess I will actually break it down for you. Another 13 is an Ambroxan Balm, if anything. It's actually the same note that gives Dior Sauvage its intoxicating quality. And here in Another 13, it is a little bit more transparent and or pronounced at the same time, which sounds kind of weird unless you actually get a waft of it, because people in your space will definitely smell it, like even just beyond an arm's length, but won't feel like they're getting beat in the nose with this. This is the kind of scent that people will want to smell, say, off of someone's actual neck as like their natural scent, but again, just way more amplified. So I think it is really cool. And if you're actually into layering your fragrances, this is one that I would recommend doing it with too. All right, on to the next one.
Dunhill Cologne. I don't know what this smell is, but you can identify it by the bottle.
Here we have yet another certified gold recording artist in Blackbear. Here he is repping Dunhill Icon, which I think is kind of a fringe kind of line and or brand for at least celebrities nowadays. So despite this probably going to be the most inexpensive fragrance that I'm going to look at today, I think Blackbear actually gets some like quote unquote hipster points for whipping this one out, because I really wasn't expecting it.
If you search Dunhill, it'll come up. There's a gold one. The silver one is the best. It's unisex. It smells fruity. It smells sexy. I wear it all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, as far as his breakdown so far, he's not remotely wrong. This is definitely the finest and the OG of the Icon line. Definitely fruity, definitely sexy. Overall, a very masculine scent still, at least in my personal opinion. You have opening notes of bergamot and neroli to keep it nice and fresh in the opening. So it's going to be very welcoming in the style of less fringe and more popular designer fragrances nowadays. But where this fragrance really differs is how it dries down. The site claims to have leather and a little bit of oud, which I think is really unique for still what they're trying to advertise as a crowd-pleasing fragrance. But ultimately, I get something woody overall in maybe a vetiver kind of way. Vetiver is traditionally a nice, earthy, masculine, kind of rooty kind of smell, but ultimately it still smells clean despite that description I gave. So it's nothing that I would scoff at / remotely avoid. It's definitely more of a crowd-pleasing scent that I think more people should definitely give a shot. So good job to Blackbear so far.
This Dunhill smells like what I think Fergie's butt crack smells like.
Wait, what?
What I think Fergie's butt crack smells like.
Excuse me?
It's like gorgeous. It's like God lit a match and mixed it with G-Eazy's Santel Candle and then made a song featuring Blackbear.
Okay, so a little bit TMI there. Shout out to Fergie Ferg regardless, but this is not what I'm getting out of this scent again. But yeah, it's just making me feel like I want to feel as strong about any scent as Blackbear does about this one in Icon. And in case you don't know what he's talking about the end there, candle-wise, as far as one of G-Eazy's candles, that is the famous Labo Santal 26, I believe is the number for that one. But yeah, overall, good stuff to Blackbear. What the fuck?
Another essential item for me is this Chanel right here, you know what I'm saying? Chanel Blue.
Wait, isn't YG a blood?
I love it. I hope they make Chanel red.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
But until then, I'm rocking with this.
So in case you don't know who this is certified platinum selling recording artist YG. Yes, I just referenced this blood affiliation if you know what that is. Blood of Chanel in the last 20 years is quite regularly a lot of people's first fragrance. It's a really expensive first fragrance, but I think it's a really good one. The version that Mr. YG has here is the Eau de Parfum, which I think is the most popular version of Blood of Chanel. The Eau de Toilette doesn't smell as quote-unquote addicting with the deep waters vibe that this one has. And the newer Parfum one is just really, really expensive. And at that point, you're reaching into mid-tier, if not high-end niche. So for something approachable but still very high quality, this is definitely a really good first fragrance. And even for someone who has millions of dollars like Mr. YG here, I definitely cannot hate on him wearing it.
When I was a kid, I used to wear that Axe shit. Be all in the locker rooms and shit, putting on Axe and shit after practice and all that. We grown men. You gotta smell right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that Axe shit ain't gonna cut it. I mean, you're gonna smell like every kid on the yard. So if you're a young man and you're trying to get through school and whatnot, and you have homies who are still rocking Axe, definitely step your perfume game up. You tell them, YG. Alright, next one.
So this is my spray so you smell nice. I think it's important that you always smell nice. It's part of human nature and we should always take care of ourselves.
And in case you don't know who this is formerly of One Direction platinum selling recording artist Liam Payne, and here he has Platinum Egoist, also by Chanel, and here's where he gets some gangster points from me, if that makes any sense or means anything. Platinum Egoist being one of the most famous perfume bars of all time if you're into hip-hop music. Just check out Nasty Boy by Notorious B.I.G. if you don't already know. Very much a 90s scent, just like how that is a 90s song. It's a very metallic like fougere, and if you don't know what a fougere is, that is something that smells like a fern, quite frankly. So very herbal, aromatic, and green, but again, here with the metallic touch, hence the name Platinum Egoist.
But this is my my girlfriend's favourite smell on me, which I went through a thing where I had like an array of different smells, but she was like, you're not wearing the same one as you were before. She likes me to smell the same, so I have to make sure I smell the same, otherwise I get a funny look.
And yeah, that's another thing. You can be a perfume enthusiast as well, but sometimes this lifestyle is not for everyone. So maybe your significant other would only want to associate a specific scent with you, perhaps their favorite or one that fits you the most. That being said, if someone only wanted to associate me with Platinum Egoist, I at least historically love that scent. I personally wouldn't mind that as well. Good job, Liam Payne.
Like I said, I'm big into smells, so this is one I really love. The oil content's really high, which means it'll stick on you longer.
And again, if you don't know who this is, yet another certified platinum recording artist, this time Machine Gun Kelly. He's also not wrong about this scent in Labo Thé Noir 29 and having a pretty high perfume oil content. That being said, that doesn't necessarily make a perfume last longer, because a perfume could still have a lower oil content, but it might have more thicker and more resinous notes that typically last longer, and at a lower percentage those oils still might last longer than more fleeting notes with a higher percentage of oil. So an Eau de Toilette Oud or Tonka Bean or vetiver or leather fragrance could last more than a higher concentrated Eau de Parfum fragrance with notes of neroli, sea salt, or grass.
It's cool because you can customize it so it says for Machine Gun Kelly. I'm huge on cologne.
And yeah, Machine Gun Kelly is not wrong with Labo being able to customize, as you saw earlier with my Another 13, but somehow this Thé Noir has kind of eluded me for many years at this point, and hopefully I am able to pick it up in the near future because I think that's a really nice black tea, peppery kind of scent. Anyway, next up.
Got the best cologne here in the world. Mason Margiela replica. Jazz Club.
Second last person is DeAndre Hopkins, who is a wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL. I must say, I really have to give him credit. I can tell he's a real luxury goods connoisseur by how he said the name of the fragrance. And it's not just Jazz Club. It's not Replica Jazz Club. He said the name in order properly. This is Maison Margiela Replica Jazz Club. Replica being the line under the brand Maison Margiela, which of course is based in Paris, but Mr. Martin Margiela himself being originally from Belgium.
It's Jazz Club, Brooklyn, 2013. That's the province and period. I don't know if Brooklyn really smelled like that in 2013. This Brooklyn 2013 smelled like a piece of heaven. Like, you can almost eat it, man. I can't be without it.
All of these scents come from a specific place and time. And I guess in case you want to smell like one, this is a pretty pleasant Jazz Club to smell like. Notes of tobacco, notes of lavender, just very masculine, OG speakeasy vibes, but also contemporary at the same time because it also doesn't smell dated. But you wouldn't know that unless you checked it out yourself.
This is something that I can't live without. Fellas, once you try it, you'll say the same. Because once you walk past a girl and she's like, will you go on a date with me because of the way you smell, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's so delicate, man. Don't bring your girlfriend around right now.
And this isn't capped from D-Hop himself. I personally like this line, yes, but someone I'm close with, I know really doesn't. And I want to say this is the one that she actually really liked, at least off of me, in comparison to the other ones I also own. I'm telling you, D-Hop knows what's up.
I felt like Cologne was important, going through, different international, terminals. There's a lot of duty frees.
And in case you don't know who this is the current WWE Universal Champion, the head of the table, Mr. Roman Reigns. And here he has the legendary Creed Aventus. Yes, you can definitely pick it up at nearly any big duty free in the world. Picture the tastiest and juiciest smelling pineapple out there. Combine that with masculine notes like birch, smoke, other kind of woods. Put it all together, smells like this nice masculine distinguished balm that will always be unique in the sea of designer fragrances you typically see yourself in. So unless you have a lot of bougie friends or whatnot, chances are you will be the talk of the table with a fragrance like this. Again, just very unique and more often than not worth the hype.
When I wear it, it's like, hey, it smells good. But when you don't have it on, they have to come closer to smell you. And sometimes I'm just wearing God scent. If I don't wear cologne, I wear nothing at all. And people were like, you smell good. What is that? I'm like, that's just me. And then they're in my bubble, and that's not good.
Yeah, I'd be kind of apprehensive of getting too close to Roman Reigns, might catch a Superman punch to the skull. And hey, if this is his roundabout way of keeping people away from him, yet they are also having a smile on their face because of how good this smells, then it's double whammy. But yeah, Forum, that about does it for me. Thank you for tuning in. Which celebrity this video do you think had the best take on GQ's 10 Things I Can't Live Without? Is there a celebrity that's been on that has a specific fragrance that I missed that you probably want me to check out? Please let me know in the comment section below. If you guys enjoy content like this, also like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more as well, so you'll know when something like this comes out in the near future. And until then, that really about does it for me. So thank you again for ongoing support. Take care for now. Peace out. Bye. My name is Manny. Wear your fragrances.